Yo, what is up guys? What is going on everybody over on the Doom Clan channel? My name is Zach, or Immortal Resistance, but you guys can call me Doom Immortal. I do hope you guys are having an awesome day, and if not, maybe this video can make your day a little bit better. Today, as far as the gameplay goes, you guys are watching a Penta MOAB on Resistance, and doesn't it seem a little bit fitting that I'm calling this video, you know, Immortal Resistance is calling a gameplay on Resistance? Okay, I'm just gonna shut up there before I sound even more stupid. But anyways, this gameplay is by Doomphasm, aka Doom Phasm, because that's just how he rolls. And you guys can't tell from this version of the video, but this is recorded out of theater mode. This is actually a gameplay that Phasm got on one of his live streams. You guys can check out the live version of it in one of the highlights of his Twitch channel. That link can be found in the description below, along with his YouTube and his Twitter. Be sure to go and check out Phasm, guys. He is a beast player and he's a really cool dude. I think you guys will definitely enjoy his content. And yeah, so be sure to go ahead and check him out. Now, in one of my recent commentaries here on the Doom channel, I talked about what I think the best Call of Duty ever would be, where I implemented parts of every single Call of Duty in the past and morphed them all together to make one amazing Call of Duty. Now today, I thought that I would reverse it, and let's make the worst Call of Duty. What would be the absolute worst Call of Duty that would literally sell like 3 copies and absolutely kill the Call of Duty franchise? Now, we could take this the easy way and just define it plain and simple as Call of Duty Ghosts, but let's make it a little bit more interesting than that, and more things from every Call of Duty, and let's make the worst Call of Duty to date. Now, for starters, we're gonna have the maps of Call of Duty Ghosts. We all know that every single map in Call of Duty Ghosts, minus maybe 2 or 3, is the definition of disgusting. You know, they're way too big for the game. But even in other Call of Duties, maybe if you say Black Ops 2 had the maps of Call of Duty Ghosts, I still feel like they'd be way too big. You know, Stonehaven, even though the Swarm and maybe the Lodestar and the VTOL would go to town on there, it'd take like 5 minutes to get those streaks in the first place just because of the sheer size of the map. So I definitely have to go with the map size, or I guess the map layouts of the Call of Duty Ghost maps. Next up, as far as kill streaks go, instead of having specialists or anything like that, you know, because that would make the game entertaining and a bit more fun, we would just have the kill streaks of a Modern Warfare 3 Assault. You know, these streaks weren't super fantastic. I'd say really the only decent ones were like the UAV, Pred missile, sometimes the attack helicopter, depending on the map. You know, Pavlo, Reaper, AC-130. There wasn't a huge variety. You know, most Assault gameplays that you saw on YouTube were with the same streaks, just because most of them didn't do anything at all. Now, as far as connection goes, I don't want to go out and say any Call of Duty in specific has the worst connection out of all of them. I would say that Ghost connection is pretty bad, but honestly, every sort of dead Call of Duty at this point has a bad connection just because of the lack of players on it. Obviously, the range in which the host is living in accordance to you is going to be much more varied than it was when, you know, there were 100,000 people playing on the game compared to, you know, 25,000. So I would say a mix of maybe MW2 today's connection, maybe Black Ops 1 today's connection. These older Call of Duties that don't have as many players on them, since their connection isn't as stable because of the lack of players, I definitely say that would be the integrated connection within the worst Call of Duty ever. As far as guns go, I would say that you would have Call of Duty Ghosts guns, although within Call of Duty Ghosts, the guns are actually quite usable in my own opinion, just because of how the health system works. You know, there's not really a worst gun in the game. Obviously, people look down on like the CBJ or the Vepr, these SMGs that aren't as strong, but honestly, every gun is usable in Call of Duty Ghosts because of the super low health that your player has, compared to other Call of Duties where it's like specifically, like say Black Ops 2 for instance, if you're trying to use an awful assault rifle, like say the SWAT 5.56 on a bad connection, you're not going to kill anybody with that thing. You could barely hit the broadside of a barn with the connection that you were on. But I would say Call of Duty Ghosts guns on a health system like MW3 or Black Ops 2. Imagine the damage that Call of Duty Ghosts guns do now, but on someone who has ballistic vests. Like, it would take you half an hour to kill someone with a CBJ or a Vepr or one of the bad assault rifles within Call of Duty Ghosts. I think it'd be really funny to see how bad it would be, but also it'd probably be one of the most annoying things ever. And the final thing I think the worst Call of Duty would have is no ground war. You know, ground war is such a huge factor, especially for YouTubers, especially for people like us who like to go for these beast gameplays for you guys. You know, it's pretty it's pretty interesting how much 6 players can make a difference in a match. You know, 6v6 compared to 9v9 is a lot different on most maps. Personally, I would not think it'd make that big of a difference, but after playing through Call of Duty Ghosts for almost a year now, you really see that it is so much slower without those other 6 players. It really does speed up the pace of the game, and I think the worst Call of Duty ever would be similar to Call of Duty Ghosts in the aspect that it has no ground war. Every game mode is 6v6, and that, along with the bad connection, the bad maps, the bad guns, it just make for an absolutely terrible Call of Duty. And that is pretty much going to wrap things up for the worst Call of Duty ever, at least in my own opinion. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think the worst Call of Duty would consist of? What aspects of each Call of Duty in the past would be thrown in to make the worst Call of Duty ever? I'll be looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about it. And one more quick thing I want to throw into this video before I run out of time is make sure you guys are following our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DoomClanLive. And I say this because, you know, Advanced Warfare is coming up. I am personally super excited for it. I'm Team Martining left and right about it. But I say this because we're going to be having a lot of cool things happen on our Twitch channel once Advanced Warfare drops. One of the most notable things is going to be the race, Doom Edition, where we're going to have Coldside and Garge, both of our leader and our co-leader, going to go back and forth, pretty much racing to Master Prestige. You know, a lot of other streamers do this, and we thought, why not make our own twist on this? You know, we are pub stompers, we are really good at the game, or hopefully we will be all good at the game when Advanced Warfare drops. Why not try and see if we can compete with some of these big YouTubers or other streamers to get to Master Prestige first? So with that being said, the link to our Twitch, the link to our Twitter, our Facebook can all be found in the description below. Make sure you guys check those out, and while you're down there, be sure to check out DoomPhasm, aka Phasm, aka DoomPhasm. You guys can find the links to his Twitter, his YouTube, and his Twitch channel down there. And if you still got time, you guys can check out my channel. My links will also be down in the description if you guys would like to come and check me out if you enjoyed today's commentary. And that is pretty much going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my commentary as well as the gameplay in the background provided by DoomPhasm. I believe he's just about to pick up his Penta MOAB, or his 5th MOAB of his Penta rather. And I find it absolutely crazy that Phasm can drop these Penta MOABs on so many maps. He does that on Terminal all the time. Now he's got one on Resistance. Phasm, he's just a beast player. So be sure to go ahead and check him out. And that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you guys in my next commentary here on the Doom Clan channel. So stay happy, stay positive, and have an awesome rest of your day. Peace out.